Are you tired of every game being in early access with no dev support? How about a AAA studio charging $1 billion for uninspired gameplay and another $1 billion for the exact same DLC? Are you exhausted of not knowing whether a game is a complete tire fire before you buy it? Introducing Mossy's honest and slightly sweaty tree views of hopefully not trash games. In this series, we play a game for 5 hours, critique it based on these 5 categories, and use that information to determine whether or not it's worth your hard-earned money, or whether the game should be chopped up and thrown into a fire while you go and play a better game like Among Trees or League of Legends or something. For our very first Treeview, we're going to feature Oriana and the Iverns who can't see very well. This critically acclaimed 2D platformer made a splash in 2015, taking home multiple awards at the Golden Joystick Awards as well as the DICE Awards. Set deep in a breathtaking forest scene, it is the perfect game to kick things off. If you're expecting a walk in the park platformer that basically plays itself, you may as well turn off this video right now and go and play Journey or something. Ori and the Blind Forest is a brutal game of precision, timing, and movement mastery that revels in its ability to punish even the slightest mistakes. Starting out as a space cat in the 100-acre woods, the forest is dying and only you can save it. A somber opening cascades into a heart-wrenching story experience that is able to convey more depth in this little game than most anime series in the entire planet, with little or no dialogue between the characters. What an impressive feat, if I do say so myself, as an anime expert, of course. Side note, this panda looks like me in quarantine. I love the panda! It's definitely not a panda. Look at us go. Damn, we got that junk in the trunk. And also a fat belly. We're basically like Jack Black in Kung Fu Panda right now. Now we got hops too. I'm about to dunk on these kids. It's an emotional, compelling, well-paced story, but the best of it at its core, the villain is actually relatable, unlike every single Marvel movie that's ever existed. Good job, Ori and the Blind Forest. Now, owls are cool. Owls are cool. Let me tell you something, chat. Owls are cool. They're cool as fuck. Advancing from a powerless spirit into an angel war machine is seamless with the help of a 3-branch talent tree to aid with map perks, healing, damage abilities, and a few other of those niche things that make the game that much more fun and in-depth. Difficulty comes into play here, as on hard mode, it's a lot more difficult to level up efficiently, but I will say there was no area that felt impossible to progress through. I never find myself having to go back and grind levels like you would in an MMO, for example. The game makes up for its unapologetic difficulty by allowing you to save wherever you'd like, helping with some of those most difficult sections. On the flip side, every enemy in this game is fucking Shroud, and they will snipe you whenever they feel like it. Jump on a wall, boom, shot in the head. The game does not care. What? I had that. Man, everything kills you on hard mode. Stop being so good. Why are they the strongest things in the whole game? Actually not fair to the other people in the game. Why do they even make it if you can't beat it, you know? Like, why do they make the game if it's impossible to even win the game? I don't understand why the basic slug is the strongest character in the whole game. All I'm trying to do is be out here like wondering if I can double jump these spikes. The spider has an op. Like, what? Also, the thorns, they just murder you. They just one-shot you. The thorns just absolutely kill you at all times. Do you want to know how much of the map is just thorns? All of it. The entire map is thorns. Why are there so many thorns on this map? It's literally the whole map. I must have died at least 700 times to just the thorns. No cap. What the fuck? Thorns are OP. I keep running into all the fucking spikes. There's no way to avoid them. They're on every corner. God damn it. Fucking spikes, man. Chat, it's all about being a finesse gamer, okay? You really gotta finesse your way through. Now, if you guys haven't played this game called Ori and the Blind Forest, you'll realize that 99% of the map is actually just spikes. And so what you need to do is just slide your way between the spikes and everything else and not hit them. And be a god gamer and just finesse right through. Okay, now if you're like me, you never hit the spikes and you actually can't die. So I mean, this is my first death. You can see here only 739 restarts, but no deaths yet. Ori and the Blind Forest is consumed with movement. Double jump, triple jump, dashing through enemies, redirecting projectiles, climbing up and down cliffs, floating on feathers. You name it, they have it. The only gatekeeper in this game is what movement abilities have you even unlocked. That is the progression system, and that is what creates the amazing pacing that this game's able to employ. As a Metroidvania-style game with a sweeping, interconnected world, the game relies on key plot points to move the player around, teasing areas that you can see, but you can't quite reach, but never locking you out of any sections you might want to return to once you're able to access them. Ori is excellent at building that curiosity and excitement for what's on the horizon once you inevitably grow as a character. Now, for one of my favorite parts of the game. Every main section is capped off with a suspenseful, intense escape sequence that requires extreme precision and timing to complete. Trust me, you will be trying these 50 times at least on your first playthrough. They are that tough. Despite being trapped in these encounters and disabling your ability to save, they have still been one of my favorite parts of the game, although I can see why other people might call them frustrating. This is the culmination of all that you've learned during that particular part of the story. It requires you to master all the new abilities you've come across and really helps shoot you or catapult you, pushing the game forward and jumping off into the next section of the game. Now we need to talk about the technical side. Whether it's a gravity level covered in ice, a mystical foggy dark forest, or high up on the mountaintops, this game is a work of art. This video game is the embodiment of a master painter. Every section of this game is picturesque. Here's what I want you to do. Randomly stop at any place in the game and take a screenshot. I don't care where it is. I don't care what's going on. Then I want you to start up a print store on Squarespace and sell it to literally every hipster on the internet. That is exactly how beautiful this game is. The art direction is second to none. The environments, the characters, the enemies, the cutscenes, they're higher quality than a fucking Pixar movie. I'm not sure how it's even possible, but incredibly enough, somehow the sound effects and orchestral soundtrack are what really make this game come alive. When you combine how beautiful the game is with how intense and cinematic the sound of the game is, whether it's a subtle whoosh of an Ori triple jumping or water rushing as it chases you endlessly, Ori and the Blind Forest is an experience that's going to leave you breathless.
Well, I would hope the final boss is tougher than the halfway point. Let's go! We did it! Oh my goodness. Holy shit. Wow, this game doesn't leave a lot of room for breathing. Immediately thrown into this big boy? Come on, give us a minute to recover. Oh my god, this visual is so amazing. Look at this. The impending doom.
10 out of 10, better than any anime. Bye.